Hi, local Dragon Lady here, and I was away for a while due to family reasons, but everything is fine. I am back. So the ban list has been out for a little while, and yeah, I wanted to allow it to simmer in my psyche for a while. But I can't believe I'm talking about this card again, Mystic Mine. The first time I talked about this was quite a while ago when the card was announced and was coming out for a TCG. It's one of the new cards that's being released, and holy moly, does everyone have an opinion about it. Mostly negative. Everyone is saying, oh my god, it's toxic, it's going to ruin the game, we gotta ban it right away, no one can play Yu-Gi-Oh now. And I just... But lately, it's everywhere. It's a topic that just keeps coming up, and it's probably due to its use in competitive tournaments lately, especially notably YCS Niagara. Now, we were all certain that, okay, Konami, Mystic Mine has to get banned. It does not promote interactive gameplay. It's been used a lot more in Tier 2 events. So we're sure. So we're going through the ban list, and okay, it not only did it not get banned, but we were still allowed to use 3 of them. Now, in my, wish list / prediction, to me, I didn't really think, it would not surprise me that it would get banned, but I was in the boat that, you know what, at least nerf it. Nerf it to 1 is fair because it can still be turboed out through different methods, like most notably Demise of Land. We can still use the metaverse, we can use terraforming, the Pathfinder, the Planet Pathfinder. There's just multiple ways to get it out. But here's the thing though. I, in a way, agree with it still being unbanned. And, you know, it wouldn't surprise me if Konami has the same mindset here. So just hear me out. Okay. For any of you who watch my streams, I've been talking about Mystic Mine for a while, and I mentioned that, look, okay, basically what the format is doing, it's forcing us to take cards that we would normally have in our side deck, and we have to put them in our main deck. Now, we all know that the general practice of deck building is to have as close to 40 cards as possible, although that's getting a little more difficult. More and more people are putting in maybe 45, 50, there's even a few 60 deck cards that's floating around. But right now, we have the top decks right now is 2 Elements and Splites. And these are combo heavy decks that can get out ridiculous boards. But I mean, this is nothing new about this, right? So what I think is going on here is that, okay, Mystic Mine's been around for a while. We know how to deal with it. The problem is people are not doing it. I don't think a lot of duelists like the fact that they have to compromise consistency of their deck to put in all of these outs the Mystic Mine. Like we got MST, that's old school because it's Cosmic Cyclone. There are trap cards that can out Mystic Mine. Harpy's Feather Duster, a recent unban, we can add that. I think that's what it is. But to me, that's a good thing. You know, now that we're aware of Mystic Mine and more people can be playing it, okay, we do need to change our decks a little bit to take cards that would normally be in our side deck, put them in the main deck, even if it sacrifices some consistency in these major combo decks. Maybe we need that. I know this is an unpopular opinion, but hey, that's what I'm known for. Maybe we need that, you know, because that's what these decks do. It's calling people complaining that, hey, how dare you, like, play a card that prevents me from playing cards to stop you from playing. Like, you're preventing me from playing a hand that prevents you from playing. You know, you see where I'm coming from? I mean, Mystic Mine, you're right. I mean, you slap it down, it's just pass turn, pass turn, pass turn. But if you go first and you get a ridiculous negate board, or you have a handful of hand traps, that's almost the same thing. And this goes back to, you know, years ago when the card was brand new, that this is what, like, as soon as it came out, I built a Mystic Mine stun deck, which isn't all that different than what took the YCS Niagara. The main difference is I didn't use the old man, I used 3 copies of the motion wave cannon, and I didn't use any solemn judgments. Everything I had was to protect Mystic Mine, Chain Burn, the Ojama Trio, and Duo to put something in my opponent's field, and there you go. It's a very standard, basic, cheap, cheesy deck, and it works. I guess people just didn't think that someone would actually do that, add a tier 2 event, and get all the way to top cut with it, right? But I did do that as my way of saying, well, listen, everyone here is playing the negate board, the combo deck, so you know what? I'm just going to do the same thing you are, except it's in one card. There's no real difference. So anyway, I did top multiple tournaments with that deck, and I just put it aside. I don't play anymore because I feel like I kind of made my point in that regard. But I really do think, and that's what Konami's going for, and I do agree with it. I know I'm going to get like negative comments, which is fine. I'm open to all your opinions on this idea. But maybe this is just a way of Konami saying, okay, wait, we're keeping Mystic Mine. Everyone knows about it. Everyone knows how to deal with it. They just gotta start dealing with it, start putting cards in your deck that can out it in one turn and continue on with your plays. And if your consistency is going to be, slightly cut down a bit, then so be it. If this will work in slowing down the game, I don't know. I mean, figuratively speaking, the majority of people out there have been crying to Konami to ban this card, and they didn't. And maybe this is why. So, I don't know. This is just this is really just my opinion. This is just something that I was, that was brewing in my head while I was off the past little while. So, what do you think? I mean, Mystic Mine is a very divisive card, and I completely understand why that is the case. And I am willing to admit that the card itself is poorly designed, but at the same time, look at look at where the game is now. Look what's gotten to, right? If one card can't allow you to interact with each other, there are multiple cards that does that, right? But yes, just let's get this conversation going, okay? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you think this is the case, or do you think I'm totally off? Like I don't think that's why Konami is doing it at all. So yeah, so remember to be a good sport, to play the game, not the fame, and like it or not, Mystic Mine is here for now until the next list. So until the next one, see ya.